During the McCarthy period of the 1940s and 1950s, Carl was blacklisted and unable to find work in California. The Lerner family moved to New York, where Gerda earned her Ph.D. in American history from Columbia University in 1966. She founded the first graduate program in women's history in 1972 at New York's Sarah Lawrence College, but most of Lerner's career has been at the University of Wisconsin.
Gerda Lerner offered some of the very earliest, perhaps the earliest courses in women's history in the early and mid-1960s. She herself earned her degree from Columbia in the, I think, mid-1960s, and she started teaching the very first courses in women's history, first at the New School in New York City, and then at Long Island University, and then at Sarah Lawrence College, just outside of New York City. And a lot of the women who went on to become part of the first major cohort of modern American women's historians took those courses. That's where they first got exposed to women's history. So Gerda Lerner was really essential in training some of the women who became part of the first major cohort of American women's historians.
Several California women attended one of Lerner's life-changing seminars at Sarah Lawrence, and when they returned home to the Santa Rosa area, they daringly founded the National Women's History Project. Long led by Molly McGregor and Mary Ruthstadter, the NWHP persuaded President Jimmy Carter to issue the National Proclamation for Women's History Week in 1980. With help from librarians and teachers, it soon expanded into National Women's History Month. And as a result of their efforts, literally millions of people learned more about the fascinating past of the nation's women during the month of March. The story of American women's lives is rich and absorbing, and is still being written every day. The National Women's History Museum is inspired by the work of women historians, both renowned and unsung, and by the organizations that have worked to protect the full account of our nation's story. Without their dedication and vision, we could never exist. Just as they fought to protect our history, we will provide a space in our nation's capital to display, celebrate, and pass on the collective stories of American women to future generations.
Having women's history in a museum says this is important. Museums make a statement. They say that what's in them is important. It deserves our attention. It deserves to be preserved. It deserves to be cherished. It deserves to be studied. And having an American Women's History Museum will make that kind of statement. And to me, it's very exciting to imagine what a young girl or a woman of any age will feel when she goes into a building and sees her history displayed before her, when she's able to be a witness to it, to participate in it, to study it actively. I mean, that's an incredibly exciting and inspiring experience.